Alex, you want canned cranberry sauce or should we make it ourselves?
That's my mom. She didn't know about Instacart's family carts, so...
Want to make pecan pie this year, yes or no? And how many boxes of stuffing?
So I told her we could just share a family cart and add all our holiday favorites to the same order without losing our voices or our sanity. It's so much fun.
Alex, can you get my holiday village out of the attic?
Baby steps, Alex. Baby steps. Shop Instacart this holiday season and enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
Alex?
Big shout out to today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. I took their 2-minute quiz, and guess what they did for me? They matched me to the mattress that was right for me. You know me. I'm Chrissy Bitch Hips. I got a wide set ass, and I just got a weird-shaped head and a weird-shaped body, and I took this quiz, and they gave me the perfect mattress for me. You will find your perfect mattress at helixsleep.com/wild. Go there right now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of History Hyenas. We are blessed today. We got the great Joey Coco Diaz in the building. Well, via Zoom.
Via Zoom.
It's what it is. He's finally back on the East Coast where he belongs. It's just, you know, the East Coast thing, we do things a little bit different out here, Joey.
I hear you, and I'm fucking back. I'm back like herpes. You understand me? We're ready to go.
I fucking love it, dude.
It took me 2 months to get acclimated and the bullshit and to get that LA fucking stink of fucking, that fucking needy smell off me. And I'm back. It's great to be back. I'm happy to be back. My kids are happy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And happy.
And now you're back on the East Coast, ready to do what's right tomorrow on Election Day and fucking put in the vote.
I can't vote. I got the felonies. You forget. That's
right.
I can't fucking.
Well,
vote.
listen, I'll throw in two. What?
I can't vote, but I carry a gun, so I'm one of those felons.
That's what it is. Well, you know what? Don't worry, Bubbas. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a little voter fraud, and I'll throw in 2 more. I'll throw in 2 votes for Trump for you. Don't worry about it.
But you got to understand one thing. I'm in Jersey. I've been out of Jersey since '83, and I know I still vote in Jersey. I know for a fact some motherfucker is voting. My mother's been dead for 41 years. I'm sure she's voting too this fucking Tuesday. When you're 100%. Jersey, they take everybody. I'm telling you, it's fucking creepy.
Because well, what about this?
Jose Diaz. They don't know.
They don't fucking know. And look with everything. You could be and do whatever you want in 2020. I'm gonna vote. Once as a guy, and then go back in line, tuck it back, and vote once as a girl because that's my right.
Fuck them. Keep doing it. Yeah,
absolutely. If you transition,
you voting?
I'm not voting. I'm hoping. I think it's time for a dictator. Enough of letting the Russians meddle in our elections. It's time for us to have a dictator, so the Russians can't do that anymore. I'm ready to move on from democracy.
Jesus fucking Christ! You're giving it up to the commies already?
Not a commie. Let's go far right. Let's try that one. We've never done that.
Oh. You guys are asking for trouble.
No, well, listen, but we live. That's the thing. We're sneaky little slippery fucks. We live one way on the internet, and then we live another way on TV. If we get a TV shows, all of a sudden we're getting naked, we're voting, we're doing what's right. We're saying Kamala, first African-American vice president, is not African-American. And then once we're on the internet, on the home studio, that's it, baby. We got Trumpy bears coming out of our ass.
You know what I love about you and Joey? You and Joey are probably the 2 guys in the comedy scene that could not lie about where they're from, no matter what character they ask you to play.
Yeah.
You guys are so New York, New Jersey, so this Northeast area.
Right.
You can't hide it. It fucking bleeds out of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hide it.
No.
I never intended to hide it. I always wanted to know people where the fuck I was from, the accent, the whole goddamn thing. In fact, I got to put an audition on tape today, and I'm like, you know what? This guy just isn't me. Yeah. I'm wasting my fucking time. This guy's a fisherman somewhere in South Carolina. How do I fucking look like a fisherman from South fucking Carolina? You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking auditioning.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
They'd have to change the role. Yeah, it would have to be a guy in a witness protection program from Jersey in South Carolina.
Yeah, fishing. Yeah, no. There's just shit I can't get rid of my accent.
No.
I can't. You know, they used to send me out on all these auditions, and I go, it's not going to work. I don't know voices. I can't do Chinese. I don't know nothing. You know, these people who can speak with an English accent. I can't do any of that.
Yeah,
I can't do voices.
And you shouldn't have to. And you shouldn't fucking have to. I mean, you know.
No.
But even now, like what Hollywood would say, if you're you're a Spanish guy acting like a fucking Portuguese guy, are you allowed to do that? Because now in the Hollywood they'll say you can't fucking, you know, what do they say if somebody in a role acts outside their race? What do they call it?
Appropriation.
Appropriation.
And you're on fucking notice.
Yeah.
You're appropriating
Can you fucking
culture.
believe that?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. James Caan was a great Sonny. I don't care if he was Jewish.
Yeah,
that's what acting is about. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't get mad at Andy Garcia and The Godfather. I didn't get mad at any of that shit. They're acting. Now, in hindsight, fucking Pacino was terrible as a Cuban. But the fucking movie's so good, you don't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't give a fuck.
That wasn't really a Spanish accent, he said. I mean, that accent was just like, that is Scarface's accent, and that's it. It's just a character he created. It's like Foreign Man.
Right.
It's fucking crazy. When you watch it now, you're like, what the fuck was this?
Wait, Joey, so you're a Cuban guy? You're a Cuban kid?
Yeah, Cuban kid. Born in Cuba, raised on 205 West 88th Street, apartment 3A till the fucking 5th grade. But I went to Catholic school in Kearney, New Jersey. But I went to PS 166, was part of the PAL, fucking snorted glue, the whole fucking thing. Harlem, the chicken place. My godmother lived on 148th. You know, I was a fucking city kid.
You're a New York City kid.
I still remember walking from 88th Street to Times Square to see Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's how fucking old I am. That was like a James Bond movie in between Sean Connery and the other guy. The guy's name was George Lazenby. Wow. Like, I used to fucking walk all around that goddamn city.
Yeah.
I know it like the back of my fucking hand. And then drugs came into the picture. Once drugs come into the picture, you're fucking all over the 5 boroughs.
Right.
I was in the, Soho, NoHo, Brooklyn, Gravesend. You go everywhere to cop. Fuck the museum.
What borough's got the best drugs?
No, he was dealing them.
No, I wasn't selling them. I was copping them. We were living in Jersey. We were living in Jersey, so we go over to fucking 135th Street, Jerome Avenue in the Bronx. I went to Staten Island one time. We got threatened by the mafia. We left. But my favorite all-time copping place was 135th in Amsterdam.
Right.
Why was that your favorite?
Because while you were there, it was a discotheque / chicken fight. So they had disco people snorting coke in the daytime, and they had roosters fighting out in the yard. I remember one day I went up there, they had shot somebody, and they had a lookout on the corner to tell you to go around the corner to the different location while the cops cleaned up the fucking shooting on Amsterdam Avenue. Fucking tremendous. I'm a New Yorker all the way to my bones, guys.
And now on 135th in Amsterdam, they have or they did before the pandemic, now they have a free comedy show at a hostel. So things have just changed a lot there. We used to get, drugs and see chicken fights, and now it's like a gentrified hostel stand-up show that they do. I mean, you'll see the fucking palest, whitest, skinniest kids walking around that neighborhood now, and you just didn't see it back then. I like to talk to guys because Yannis, was born in the 70s. I was born in the 80s. When were you born? 50s, 60s?
63, but I didn't come to New York till 66.
Till 66. So you saw a different New York than all of us. Like everybody, the places you talk about now in New York, kids are like, it's all about gluten-free cupcakes now, but you saw the real shit back then.
No, it was tremendous. And I'm Catholic, so I had a Catholic godfather who picked me up every Saturday and took me to fucking Times Square, and he took me to see The Love Bug and like The World's Strongest Man with Jan Michael Vincent. Then he pulled me aside and he goes, listen, no more of these fucking kid movies. If you want to go to the movies, you got to go see my movies. So he goes, you just can't tell your mother. I go, fine. First movie, The Valachi Papers. And then we just went up from there, everything that came out.
That was
Times Square. It was fucking crazy. People hanging out in the corners playing 3-card Monte. I still remember getting beat by a 3-card Monte guy, chasing him. Fucking tremendous. Just tremendous.
Those were the days where your parents or your uncle or whatever just took you to the movie they were going. I remember my parents back then, they took me to see like movies like Jagged Edge, and then I wouldn't sleep for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
They would just drag you wherever they were going.
My grandfather...
They didn't give a fuck.
No, they didn't give a fuck.
My grandfather in the 90s, mid-90s, me and my cousin, he would watch us during the day while our moms worked. He took us to Green Acres Mall out in Nassau County. He took us to see Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking juice in the hood, and fell asleep. And then he took us to see the movie Clueless. That's what we would see. And we saw each movie like 5 times in the summer. But I mean, Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking juice in the hood is just, I mean, it's sex, drugs. And this guy would just be sleeping because he didn't take his diabetes medicine. And that's just what it was. And that was like being a kid. That was great. Now it's like if you did that, my grandpa would be in jail. It sucks.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy how when I go up north, I live in South Jersey. When I drive north, I'm old, so I got to pee. I can't fucking pull my dick on the side of the road and pee no more.
I know.
Because if you get a ticket for peeing, you got to register as a sex offender.
I know.
You know that?
Yeah.
My buddy got a ticket for peeing, and he had to register as a fucking sex offender. So now I got to fucking pull over 3 times. Every time you can't even take your dick out to pee no more.
My grandfather, we would drive to Florida and he would hate fucking stopping. So he would make my grandmother, I was a little kid. I barely remember it. I was maybe 3, so I don't remember. But my mother told me they were driving. There was traffic. He didn't want to pull over. He made my grandmother empty out the shit in her purse. He made her piss in the purse, and then she threw the piss-filled purse out the window on I-95. That's how it was. You fucking didn't stop or get out or pull your genitals out and pee on the side of the road with him.
Nobody knows nothing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You pee in a water bottle.
Yeah.
Whatever. Things have changed.
They've changed a lot.
We're here now. We got to accept it. Like Bill Burr said in his monologue, you wanted the old New York, now you got it.
Yeah, it's
People
back.
are getting bitch slapped. They're getting smacked. The city's boarded up.
Are you happy to be back on the East Coast? You happy? Like you're not going back west. You're going to stay here now?
No, I'm fucking done, my friend. I am done. That was a Vietnam tour of fucking death. That was it. That was it, guys. This journey started in '93. I came back to New York. I got my footing. I did some open mics at the New York Comedy Club. I met Mike Bichetti in '93, and I went to Colorado for 2 years. I developed, went to Seattle for 2 years, stayed up there in that fucking hellhole, and then went down to LA. And I've been in LA since '97. It ended.
What's the biggest difference you think between LA and New York that you saw?
I know where I stand. I know where I stand with people. I know where I stand with myself. And I know where I stand with my friends. LA is a great place to go when you're young. I had a great time. You know, you watch the documentary on the Comedy Store. It was great, but it's not a good place to raise a kid. Like right now, I'm in the mood to get an attorney and sue LA for the last 7 years of having my child there. Because this is a complete different fucking world for a kid. That is not a world for a kid. Everybody I know had a fucking nanny. You know, all the kids she hung out with had fucking nannies. That means there's no direct connection with your parents because your parents want to be fucking jerk-offs. And 9 out of 10 times, like I'd go to a swim class with my daughter. I'd be in the pool, me, a fat fuck, and there'd be 6 other kids in the pool with their nannies, and the parents were sitting there. Guys, the parents were sitting there with their fucking faggot fucking sandals on, with tattoos, texting people, lying, telling them they got a pilot or some shit. And they really got nothing going on. Like, you know, the last 4 years I lived there, it wasn't until I came back to shoot the prequel to The Sopranos. I was here for 3 weeks, and I really enjoyed what was happening in my life. There was no fucking that feeling of I can't this not degenerate, but that they're just not even needy. It's like I don't even know what to call it. It bleeds onto you, and when you're away from it, you feel it, the desperation. when you're away from LA, you go, wow, I'm not bumping into desperate fucking people anymore.
Well, there's an honesty here. Like in New York, you meet a fucking, waiter, the guy's a waiter. You meet a contractor, the guy's a contractor. In LA, 9 times out of 10, you meet somebody that whatever job they're doing is just to buy time until they become a famous movie star, whatever they want. So everybody's sitting in their own bullshit for a long time. Where in New York, I feel like at least there's a sense here where it's like, hey, you are who you are, and you kind of just got to accept it. It's like, if you're not going to make the movies, kid, it's like you got to find a way to pay the bills. The rent and shit's too high here. Where LA, I think they can live on this dream a little bit longer. And also, I feel like LA, it's a lot of times it's a city of, who's the most cutthroat person in your fucking class moves out to LA to try to become a movie star or director. And the city is full of just cutthroat people that have no roots there. Where New York is like, my family's been here for over 100 years and nobody thinks about leaving. Even me, I only go to LA for a few weeks and come back because I want to just try to make my career and my opportunities here. I don't want to leave, But LA, it's like you kind of just go there temporarily, try to make it big, and then come back. But that's why I think somebody like you did what you wanted to do on your own terms, and now you're back, and you can make just as much money, have just as much fame as these guys in the movies by doing from home in New Jersey and being with your daughter every day. It's a beautiful life.
It's listen, I'm not saying I drank the Kool-Aid, but the first 3 or 4 years I listened to what they were saying to me, do this on stage. And then one day I'm like, what am I, a fucking monkey? I didn't come here to play to their song. I'm doing this my fucking way.
Right.
And I changed my stand-up. If you talk to Rogan, he'll say that I was struggling for a long time. And one day it just hit me. It was about 2001. Where I was like, fuck these motherfuckers, fuck the Montreal Comedy Festival, fuck them all. You're doing stand-up to be funny.
Right.
Not to fucking, I heard people coming up to me going, you got to change your material. It's got to be about your family. They have to see your sitcom. What fucking sitcom are you talking about? I'm in no fucking sitcoms. I'm doing dirty comedy. Nothing bothers me when somebody calls me a celebrity. I'd rather you call me a fat fucking spick. I really do.
You're in the right place.
Don't call me a fucking celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a dirty fucking comic who got lucky. Well,
here's the irony. Now you're making more money on the podcast and doing things your own way than you would ever on a sitcom. These sitcoms, like Yannis has said before, podcasting is the new sitcom. I mean, well, you go on the Joe Rogan show, your life changes. You go on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, nobody cares, nobody sees it.
Nobody gives a Frenchman's fuck. No, listen, Comedy Central and Quibi are fucking done.
Yeah.
Comedy Central and Quibi are fucking done. Why? Because they played the same broken fucking record. What did Quibi do? They took all the shows and all the people that have canceled more fucking shows than cancer. These people are a ton of kisses of death. Meanwhile, I got Yannis and fucking you up there rocking the house. I got Tim Dillon. Nobody's talking to you motherfuckers. Quibi didn't even talk to you.
They don't give a fuck.
This is what I'm saying.
Right.
They're playing the same record with the same people. I could name 5, 10 people who all they do is go on shows to get the show canceled.
Right.
And they put them back on the show. They re-put them back on the show. But meanwhile, Chris and Yannis are sitting there until your ass grows roots. Nobody talks to you. And I can't figure it out. Comedy Central lost their credibility.
Yeah.
Comedy Central lost their credibility.
And look.
Besides Daniel Tosh and a few other guys, they fucking sucked.
They sucked.
They were promoting the wrong people.
Yeah.
And then when they had a chance to do the right thing, they still fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Fucking Democrats.
They were trying to, they started to try to say the right thing, which is like the opposite of comedy. It's like, whatever you say, it has to be right. It's got to be righteous. It's got to be.
They lost their credibility.
Yeah. But you know what, though?
Credibility.
But as doing the podcast, and, you mentioned a guy like a Tim Dillon, Andrew Schultz, all those guys, they sell 5 times the amount of tickets as somebody who's been propped up by the industry could sell. Dude, me and Yannis sell more tickets than some people on Saturday Night Live. So who gives it? So we're like, fine, go. We won't make your variety list. We won't make. Who cares? We're fucking making money from home.
Fuck?
selling tickets. Fuck everybody. And we've never even been on Joe Rogan. We've never even had the major platform. We're doing this shit our way, and we feel proud about it.
It's a lot funner this way anyway. This is the best, yeah.
You said it best. How long can Hollywood prop these fucking stiffs up?
Yeah.
And the people seen right through it. People saw right through it.
Yeah.
You know, they were coming down to the Comedy Store on Tuesdays, and they were watching all their fucking heroes getting blown out of the water.
Getting blown out.
Fucking animals. Blown out of the water.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I seen 3 or 4 comics that didn't even want to go up behind some people. Like they were chickening out. No names here. No names.
Right.
You know who the fuck you are, you cocksuckers. But I saw a lot of guys stop coming to the store because they couldn't follow the fucking heat.
I believe it.
America's fucking sweethearts.
Yeah.
You know, they were America's sweethearts, and pretty soon they just jizzled over to the Improv and the Laugh Factory. Or fucking, what's the other place where the alternative comics go? The Coronet Theater or wherever the fuck they go.
It was a comic book store, right?
Oh, yeah.
Largo.
Yeah. They take it to Largo, and everybody loves everybody. But that's what was great. Towards the end at the store, we were just bitch slapping motherfuckers. Like they were coming in with their fucking industry bullshit, and they were getting the fuck out of there. It was quick. It was quick. It was tremendous. So, and it's
a way around this cancel culture where, you know, fine, if you're a bad person, fine. But most of the time people getting canceled for bullshit because it doesn't meet an industry standard, where now if you have the podcast and the YouTube, you let the people decide. I love to be in the position where the people are deciding my fate, not fucking Colgate toothpaste that puts pressure on Comedy Central to cancel me for something I said 10 years ago. I would never want to be in that position, and luckily, you know, we're not now.
And even if they come to you with something that you said 10 years ago, they could go fuck themselves. Like I've had it with that shit. I knew this was going to become a problem. You saw the writing on the wall. Look, they changed fucking Columbus Day to Ambiguous Day, right? The fucking, what do you call it?
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah.
Okay, right away we lost the war, guys. Now, what was the next thing they wanted to do? They wanted to put Halloween on a Saturday. Go fuck your mother. They got to learn how to party on a Tuesday, these fucking kids. You can't make, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you start doing that shit, you create a problem. So now, a Supreme Court judge is going to get nominated, and some fucking ugly chick from a frat party shows up 22 years later and says that he covered a mouth in a party. That was not good. We shouldn't have paid attention to that.
Right.
Because it was 22 years ago. As a human being, we change every 7 years.
Yeah.
So even if the guy covered your mouth, he fucked up for not putting his dick in your mouth. That's what he should have done. If he would have knew what you was going to say now, you know, that you covered his fucking mouth. So once we allowed that to happen in America, then they started in with this shit that Chris said something in 1982, that Yannis said something in 2001. You know what? You could all suck my dick.
Yeah.
Because that was a long time ago. We felt a lot differently about life. I got a daughter now. I don't even smoke dope in the fucking house. Like, I don't smoke dope in the house as a personal fucking respect to my 7-year-old daughter. She don't fucking have a clue. But that's the type of dude I am. I don't smoke. Listen, I smoke dope with 3 hands. You know, I don't have weed in the car with me at all. I don't smoke in the car because we have, as Americans, we all already have the right to fucking smoke dope. Why you got to smoke it in your car and smack a cop in the face? Why you got to bother? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smoke it in your backyard. Go for a walk with the Chinese guy that lives next to you. Get him high.
Wear a mask, though.
You know, always got to wear a mask.
Around the Chinese, you got to wear a mask.
You got to wear a mask around everybody. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, no, don't blame the Chinese. I go see a Puerto Rican about a nickel bag. I got to wear a mask.
You got to wear a mask. All of them, yeah.
You got to wear a mask.
You know, it's funny. When you have a daughter, they change. Like, that's respectful that you don't smoke dope in the house because your daughter. I just had a daughter 2 weeks ago, and I've realized every time late night where I've taken out my phone to throw on porn to jerk off, I felt like something's wrong with it. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this with my daughter sleeping in the house. So what I did is I went out and jerked outside in the woods. I did it outside out of respect for my daughter.
You're a sick fuck.
She doesn't know I did it, but I know I did it.
But you know you did it. Yeah.
And maybe a few neighbors knew I did it.
We're fucking, it's weird. we're fucking comedians. A lot of us have daughters. What do you think's going on? Why do all we're doing is pumping out girls?
We don't have enough testosterone to be real men because we do skits. Anyone who gets on stage and does performance is a little fucking gay. All three of us, even though we're guys, we got a little bit, a touch. We got a little sugar in the tank.
Yeah.
You can't look your friend straight in the eye and say, "Come see me perform on Friday night."
God has a weird sense of humor, guys.
Yeah. He does.
Whether you believe or you don't believe, whoever the fuck is watching over things has a weird sense of humor. Who would have thought after 13 years of being with a woman, that I would have knocked her up at the age of 50? 13 years I've been with that woman. Now I've been with her for 20.
Right.
But after 9 years, we got a cat. We're like, this ain't going to work. The THC levels in my sperm, the tropical helmet juice ain't working. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, at the age of 50, with all the shit I've been through in my life, God throws, or somebody, Satan, Buddha, whoever fucking runs the Jews, somebody threw a blessing on me of a daughter at the age of 50 to really fucking throw. So, you always want to be a tough. For all you people who say you're not atheist, you got to believe in something. There's something's out there.
Joey, let me ask you. You're a Cuban guy. Now, what's more scandalous growing up in a Cuban family? Coming home with if you're dating someone who's a prostitute or a Democrat, which are your parents more disappointed about?
Well, first of all, I got to talk to you guys about something. In my life, there is no politics whatsoever. And in my mom's life, there was no politics.
But Cubans go to the right big. Cubans go to the right big.
If I tell you something, you're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the right or the left. Did you know that?
Yeah.
All I knew, we grew up fucking Catholic. My mom didn't want me to be gay. She wanted me to be in the army and shoot people. Those were her dreams. And for me to become an attorney after I left the army. That was her plan for me. She felt that she owed it. Huh? No, I didn't fucking do it. I chickened out on the blood test for the army. And instead of becoming an attorney, I ended up going to prison. So I didn't do it. So we didn't, I'm not a political guy, guys. You know why? Because it doesn't matter who's president. I still got to get up and earn a living every day. So I'll vote for the president that lets me sit at home, scratch my balls, sniff my fingers, and smoke dope all day. I don't have time for politics in my life. I don't have a clue of politics in my life. I don't watch the 6:30 news. I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. All I want to do is live my fucking life. I don't lean right. I don't lean left. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
You guys think I'm fucking kidding you.
No, we get it. We tell our parents too. We don't vote.
We're the same because we just joke around, but we joke around, but we're the same. We're fucking, they call me Chrissy Chaos. Yanni's down the middle. We're just in the gray zones. We live our lives in the gray zone. We don't take a political stance at all. We just fucking go where the wind goes. It's
so weird how I don't pay attention to it. I don't believe it. I grew up in Hudson County, guys.
Right.
That's politics in a micro dose. So I can't even imagine the thievery and the scandal and the shit that goes on in the macro and the bigger picture.
Oh my God.
I grew up watching the micro, just county politics, Jersey politics. It was Hudson County and Cook County, whatever the fuck, Illinois, that were corrupt as fuck when I was growing up. So I never really paid attention to politics.
What about when you were a little kid and the Cuban Missile Crisis was going on? Did that have any heat on the family or no?
No. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today because you guys are fucking intelligent as fuck. I want you to break it down for me.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So
I want you motherfuckers to break. And before we move any further, I want to give a shout out to my nephew, Luke Gallo. He's the one that turned me on to you guys.
Nice.
He's the one that talked me into fucking going on your guys' show. He said, you guys are great. You're fascinating. So here I am because of my nephew. So you guys got fans out there that fucking reached out to me and said, Those are two solid motherfuckers up there in Brooklyn. So, and I promise you, next time I come up, but this week there's no school in Jersey.
Yeah.
Because of the fucking conference. So I had to just throw my wife out. I had to tell her, you got to go.
Yeah.
Because the sun is out. My wife's like from Tennessee. She's like, well, it's windy out. Who gives a Frenchman's fuck? You're American Indian. You people grew up in the fucking wind. Get the fuck out. There's no teepees. There's no teepees in Jersey. Get the fuck out. Take my little half-breed daughter and get out of the fucking house already.
Oh,
yeah. My wife's American Indian and Irish. And I'm Cuban. This is a bad combination here. So when I'm trying to do a podcast and I want to go off, I can't have my daughter upstairs.
No.
So my wife, for some reason, I come home today from the gym, and I'm like, what's going on here? She's like, well, it's windy out. You're fucking American Indian. You guys grew up on the fucking wind. You know, I can't even sneak up on an Indian, and you're worried about the wind. Get out there. Fucking beg for snow, whatever the fuck you fucking Indians do. So now...
Yeah.
I have one of these mattresses, and I sleep on it every single night, and it is absolutely amazing. My favorite part about Helix when they sent me my mattress is that all you have to do is take this quiz on their website, and it lets you know which kind of sleeper you are, and you match up with their questions, what you want, and the next thing you know, they send you a cloud to your liking to lay your body on.
And this is one of the most important times in history. It is crucial that you guys have a soft mattress, and Helix is going to do that for you. Number one, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattresses and 2 free pillows for our listeners. All they got to do is go to helixsleep.com/wild, capital WILD, helixsleep.com/wild. And it's important because 50% of the country, based on who's president, is just going to want to sleep for the next 4 years. So you're going to need a Helix mattress. So take the quiz, go to helixsleep.com/wild, get $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows.
Yeah, if you're sitting there with an old mattress, just trust me. Go take their questionnaire and get yourself your own specifically tailored mattress for the type of sleeper you are. It'll up your life quality like you don't believe. My back doesn't hurt. I'm a fully straight man now. Thank you, Helix.
$200 off. I mean, $200 off all mattresses? That's an insane bargain. And 2 free pillows? helixsleep.com/wild. It's what it is. I have a Helix mattress. I took the quiz. It's the only quiz I passed in a long time, and it's been great. And I'm telling you, Helix is just a great mattress company. Everyone's sleeping well. And like I said, 50% of this country is going to want to sleep the next 4 years, so go to helixsleep.com/wild.
Go there. Get your mattress. If you need a new one, go there.
Yeah, I got a little half-breed kid. I got a Cuban American Indian kid. Are you fucking nuts? I got hit in the pads this morning. I'm a fucking savage.
You're a savage, dude. Man. Yeah, you look great, too.
I got my daughter's half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And then Yannis is half Greek, half Italian, which to the Greeks, if it's not Greek, it's a half-breed.
Yeah, no, it's 3/4 Greek. My wife's half.
And you're Irish, Chris?
Irish, Italian, and German. So just a classic fucking Brooklyn mutt. And then the Puerto Rican.
You motherfuckers love those Spanish women.
I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, you can't. I know. You motherfuckers love your Spanish women. Me, I like those dirty Irish chicks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Catholic dude. I went to fucking St. Michael's. I did the whole thing. Give me an Irish chick with a little dirt on her heel. I'm all in. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking love it, dude.
Give me an Irish chick with red hair and fucking freckles on her titties. And that's my world. I love Irish chicks.
Yeah, Irish chicks always got a little dirt on their knees or their feet.
Yeah, a little dirty.
Yeah,
and they tolerate me because their dads are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So my best friends are Irish chicks because they're used to their dads being nuts. So
yeah,
it's
my favorite. So, if I look back, I'm married. I can't say this, but yeah.
What do you want me to say for you?
I just feel like it's worth it to be Catholic for how freaky it makes you people.
Right.
Like you Catholics are freaky people because you grow up thinking it's bad. And then, so when you get into the game, it's all nasty shit. Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks. Like, I really bought the Catholicism thing, guys. Like, I really was all in. I was a young Cuban guy. But I got to tell you, I still remember sucking my first set of titties behind the church and thinking I was going to die in the winter. Like,
Yeah.
I remember sucking some chicks. I thought, you know, and I built like a little fucking glue the next day. Like, I wanted to, you know, I was a young kid and some girl gave me a little funnel tits. But the first time I sucked titties, it was behind a church. For a week, I walked around thinking God was going to kill me. Like,
Yeah.
that's how Catholic I was.
Yeah.
I think the first time I finger banged the chick, too, was behind a church.
Yeah.
You did all your nasty activities in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I got jerked off was in a rock in the woods by a Catholic girl from Catholic school,
Yeah.
St. Xavier's.
Yeah. Because you're not,
Tremendous.
because, yeah.
Especially when they come
She was-
from an
she was
all-girls school,
Yeah.
they're ready to suck dick. They're ready to go. And
It was,
they
she was
go
hot.
fucking crazy.
She was doing Hail Marys the whole time she was doing it.
Yeah.
It was, she was asking for forgiveness while she was doing it. And that turned me on a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I fucking
crazy. Yeah.
same thing with
Yeah.
me, dude. I would never, you know, being Catholic, same with Joey, Catholic my whole life. I would never jerk off on Good Friday because that's the day Jesus died. You got to have fucking penance. I would never
gotta have
allow
something.
myself to jerk off on Fridays because that's no good. I would jerk off on Easter Sunday because you were excited that Jesus rose from the dead and was coming back. So that celebration, you fucking jerk off. You're so happy. And I never jerk off on 9/11 because I'm a Catholic patriot.
Yeah,
you know
you
what
can't
I mean?
do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I'm not doing it.
What made you guys lose your interest in the Catholic Church? How old were you when you like?
I think the priest fucking kids had something to do with it for me.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
But you were already over 18.
I was over 18, but just a couple of those news stories, I was like, you know what? I think there's some fishy stuff happening in the basement of where I played CYO basketball.
I still, and Joey and I still am Catholic. I got Catholic tattoos all over my body. I still consider myself a soldier in the army of Jesus, but I don't go to church at all anymore. But my daughter goes to Catholic school. She's baptized. You know, my mother's very, very Irish Catholic, fucking red hair, you know, very, so I still consider myself Catholic, but not practicing as much anymore. But really, I didn't really start to have negative feelings toward the Catholic Church until I met Yannis. Because make no mistake, Yannis is a negative Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I just like to.
Okay.
When I pass Catholic churches, I just like to yell. When I'm with Chris, we pass a Catholic church. So I just say there's a lot of pedophilia going on in there, and I scream it loud.
Yeah, and then I get fucking angry, and I challenge him to a fist fight in the middle of the
That's
street.
what we do. We fist fight right in front of the Catholic church. Then a priest comes and breaks it up, and we grab his balls because fucking now the shoe's on the other foot, and Chris is grown up, and now you can get back at what that Father Bill did to you.
Yeah, I've said many times on the show, Joey, when I was about 11, 12 years old, I got hit. I got hit by a priest, Father Bill. He caught me, you know, and what can you do? It's when you're a Catholic altar boy, sometimes you're going to get hit, but it made me the man I am today, and it's what it is, you know, and I fucking got a beautiful family now. But, you know, I got clipped by Father Bill, you know, getting him one of his priest gowns on a fucking regular Sunday rainy afternoon. And sometimes, you know, you take one in the mouth, and I did it, and it's fine.
He punched you.
Right, with his dick.
Off the uvula, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm so
He
sorry.
hit one off the uvula.
Yeah.
Joe.
He can't remember ages 7 to 11, but what can you do?
What are you going to fucking do? That's terrible.
What are you going to fucking do? It's just there's a little homosexuality in the Catholic Church deep in Brooklyn and Queens, and you're just going to have to deal with it, and I dealt with it, and it's not the same anymore, which I'm happy. I'm happy I don't have a son. People are like, oh, don't you wish you had a son? I'm like, no. In a way, no. I'm praying for more daughters just because growing up as a boy, at least in the Brooklyn and Queens that I grew up in, being Catholic altar boy, got a little fucking rough if you asked the McClarney brothers.
Yeah. It's just you guys – Catholic kids, they grow up good kids. Everything's fine. The priests do a lot of good things, too, that people forget. The only bad side is once in a while when you smell incense, you pass out. You just have bad memories. That's it.
Yeah, I get
you
bad
see a
memories.
robe, you faint, and that's it.
But it's what?
That pedophile smoke. You know
Yeah.
that thing they pass around with the chalice?
Yeah.
That little purple smoke? That's
Yeah.
the pedophile smoke. That's the same thing that fucking Batman used against the Green Hornet. That little green smoke that fucking you pass out. I never got molested by a priest. I never saw nothing negative. I just, when my mom passed when I was 16, I had a problem with, I just said, like, what type of God would take your mom?
Right.
And I backed off a little bit, and then I went back to church maybe 2 years before I got locked up. Believe it or not, I made my confirmation, you know, because I got thrown out of Catholic school. And I baptized my daughter, but I don't go to church on Sundays. I say a couple Our Fathers during the week, and I'm good to go. I'm not going to go confess to some fucking guy that just sucked a dick. I'm
Yeah,
not going to confess
I can't
to those
do it.
motherfuckers. No, that's done. I'm not saying they all suck dick. I'm just saying that I'm not in the mood. And when I went to church in L.A., it felt like people went to church to be seen, to be a part of something fake, you know? So
Right.
I'll wait a couple of weeks. I'll wait till this COVID is done, and I'll pick one of these churches around here and go check it out and see what's going on. If it's something good, then I'll become a part of the community, you know, whatever. If it's the same shit as L.A., then I'll just move on, but I'll still be a Catholic.
Now,
Right.
if the Holy War comes, are we're fighting for that team? No, the three of us.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go? Are we going for Jesus or? I mean, if the Holy War,
You
comes.
mean Jesus or Muhammad?
I mean, if you got to make a choice, those are the teams.
I got a fucking cross that says faith on my back, and I got scripture on my forearms, and I got my neighbor tattooed on my left tricep. I got to fight for Jesus. I mean,
Joey, the last Crusades, they wiped the floor with us. What was it, 9-1?
the Muslims want
9-1. We had like 10 wars. They won 9-1. So if it happens again, we better come
people
prepared.
want to shit on Muslims now. The Muslims were the cleanest, most forthright thinking people in ancient times. As a matter of fact, in the Crusade times, when the Christians showed up in Egypt and the Constantinople area, the Muslims were the one that were clean and had science and would bathe. The fucking Christians, they look like animals. They were disgusting animals.
The Christians like to fucking strike too much. Muslims fucking shoot for the body. And all fights end up on the ground. All you got to do is watch a Khabib fight to know that those motherfuckers are for real. And if you go hand to hand, I mean, they're putting you to sleep. We'll be sitting there trying to jab and like you're boxing, waste of time. You get into a real fight with a Muslim, he's shooting for the body. Me, I'm taking anybody out because I bite. I'll tell you now, I fucking bite. Whatever body part is close to my mouth, I'm fucking biting.
Joe.
I'm Greek. I fight dirty. Just know that if you want to step to me.
Joe, who's your favorite Muslim? All-time favorite Muzzy? Go.
Nimesh Patel?
Habib. All-time favorite Muzzy. Yeah.
Khabib.
Nice. Habib.
I had one Muslim friend in Boulder. He was my econ fucking major, like my tutor.
Right.
Muhammad Zabib. You know, I didn't know anything about Muslims. I didn't know anything about terrorists. He was a good dude. At first, he had a little wang to him. You know, he had a little different smell to him, but we became friends.
Right.
And he got me like a B in fucking econ, and I took him out to lunch, and we were always cool. So I got nothing against nobody. So he's probably my favorite Muslim.
That's your favorite Muslim. All right, good. Yeah. All right, good.
I mean, there's a good chance if you got a Muslim friend that his name is Muhammad.
It's the most common name in the world. Muhammad is you know, that is a fact.
Muhammad
that is the most common name.
Muhammad Zabib was my dog. He introduced me to that whole world. He tried to turn me on to hummus. No way.
Right.
I'm not a hummus guy.
Oh, hummus is good.
Fuck that, Yannis. Every time you eat hummus, ISIS gets $1, cocksucker. Don't spend no money. Hummus is just making ISIS stronger. By the way, ISIS has been very quiet during the pandemic.
Sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the news cycle, they're not, the ISIS doesn't sell tickets right now. Only COVID sells tickets. But once COVID's over, ISIS is going to be next up to sell the tickets. They had the murder hornets. Those didn't sell any tickets, so they go away. ISIS was selling tickets last year. Well, they killed a few people in France last week, so you start to see it a little bit. But once COVID's over here, ISIS is making a comeback in the news for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the French, they took a little break from drawing cartoons. As soon as they fucking drew one cartoon, that's going to cost. Here's just the deal. You got to know if you draw a cartoon of Muhammad, it's going to cost 2 or 3 heads are coming off.
And I bet you COVID doesn't run rampant through ISIS because they all wear masks.
Yeah.
So they're good.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
That's a good fucking point.
There you go. Thank you, Joey.
It's important for our listeners to know, your nephew who's listening, if you are getting your head cut off by someone who's yelling Allah Akbar, do not fight the temptation to be Islamophobic. Educate yourself.
Yes.
Relax. Learn. Open your world up.
Yeah.
Just resist that temptation. Put yourself on notice.
Yeah.
And just know that you are being closed-minded. And that's what we want our listeners to know. Do not be Islamophobic if you're in that situation.
If you're getting your head cut off. Yeah. What can you do? Yeah. Yeah.
You got
I'd I got a fucking size 8.
Is that a wrong message to say? Is that wrong? It's positive.
I got a size 8 hat head, so I can tweet out all the Muhammad cartoons I want because they can't cut my fucking Viking head off.
No, they can't.
They're going to need a fucking chainsaw.
They'll take my fucking peanut head off with a butter knife.
Yeah, they'll flick it off like a fucking Tic Tac.
They might not even not do it because it's not enough of a fucking head for them to hold up.
Yeah. What can you do?
You guys are out of your fucking mind. Yeah,
I know.
Talk to me about the Cuban Missile Crisis the way a Greek does. Go ahead.
Yeah,
drop it on me.
The interesting thing was I just realized you were born the same year as the Cuban Missile Crisis. So if you ever wanted to do comedy in the South in the black clubs, you should just call yourself the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah,
black comics love to have a fucking name.
I mean, Joey, if your dick isn't named the Cuban Missile Crisis, I don't know what you're fucking doing.
I don't know what's taking so long for you to make that connection.
It's called the Cuban egg roll. I'm uncircumcised.
Nice.
It looks like a Chinese egg roll, so I just call it the egg roll.
That's very rare for an East Coast Catholic to not have a circumcised piece. It's very, very. You're a rarity. You're a fucking commodity that you got all your skin.
That's weird.
My father hung out with Jews before we moved to New York. My father had been back and forth running with Jews. So the way they got me into the country was illegally. So we had to give something to the Jews so they didn't circle. I don't know what the fuck happened.
They didn't know what it was. Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck happened.
It's never too late, guy. You know, you can always fucking shed the skin.
Fuck that. I'm 57. It would hurt too much. It hurts when I jerk off. Never mind a fucking circumcision at my age.
Right.
I tell you, I lived a year in Miami. Sorry, Joe, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I lived a year in Miami, so I got like very familiar with Cubans down there and how they view Castro, Cuban Missile Crisis. So the Cuban Missile Crisis, we came close to nuclear war. If it wasn't for like some back channel negotiations between a Russian ambassador and Robert Kennedy, we could have maybe went to war. So it was a tense time. That was the closest we came to a nuclear war. And you got to give JFK credit because both him and Khrushchev were talking tough publicly, to their own media to make themselves, stand tall in front of their people. But behind closed doors, they were trying to de-escalate the situation.
Right.
And at the end of the day, de-escalation won. We pulled our missiles out of Turkey and Italy that were pointed at Russia. They pulled their missiles out of Cuba. And then we just embargoed them, and you can't fucking get Cubans now. So you can't smoke a fucking Cuban cigar because of the Cuban Missile Crisis. So that's the only bad thing that happened there.
Right.
So what year was the Cuban Missile Crisis?
62.
And
1962.
The Bay of Pigs was in 59?
Bay of Pigs was 59. Yeah, Bay of Pigs is when a bunch of pigs landed on the beach, and then you guys just started making jamon sandwiches with them. Cuban.
No,
that's where the Cuban sandwich was.
It was inside info-fucking-mation, man. I just read there's a great book by T.J. English called The Corporation, and it describes this guy. He turned up being a gangster later on. But before that, he was part of the CIA and trained and went down there and got let out. And he said that the Cubans were waiting for him. They had barbed wire already in the ocean, knives sticking up. So as they were coming out, they were stepping on stuff already that was fucking up their feet. They were prepared. They had the whistle had been blown on them. So
I believe it.
Yeah, they were ready. They were.
I believe it.
It was an inside job. Then they came back. They took them all to the Dolphin Stadium. It's a great book. I just haven't read it in a while to really focus on it, how they worked it. And then they had Jackie Kennedy made a speech at the Orange Bowl, I guess. Something really weird. It's pretty interesting. I smoke too much dope. I forget all this stuff.
Well, look, Joey,
so
that's
I know
why
you guys are up on this.
Well, no, on the podcast, they call us the Wikipedia sluts.
Yeah.
So whatever you just said, we're going to fucking Wikipedia and Google, and that's what the fans are going to do, and that's how we learn history together. So whatever you just said, people are going to Wikipedia it, and they're going to write it on the Patreon, patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys, and we're going to figure this Bay of Pigs thing out once and for all in about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You got it.
We're mostly hyena, just about 5% history. So we don't do whatever history we do. We reality is a suggestion, and whether it's true or not, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
I love to be a recurring guest on your show, and every time we come on, you teach me about a little bit of history.
Oh,
just a little bit.
No, Dick, just a little bit. Tell me why Germans did this, why the fucking Nazis did that, why the Polacks did this, why the Chinese built our railroads. I want you to teach me every time.
Well, yeah.
And I promise to be a recurring guest if you have a lesson for me every time.
It's what it is.
I'm getting old, and I'm kind of forgetting. And you guys are young guys. I'm passing the torch on to you motherfuckers. So every time Uncle Joey comes on, you give me a little history lesson.
That's what it is.
If it's about Abe Lincoln jerking off or the Emancipation Proclamation, whatever. Betsy Ross, whatever. Whatever you're
Ross.
Yeah.
She makes a nice flag, that lady.
We would love to have you. She does. Betsy Ross made the flag.
Betsy Ross makes a nice. And speaking of Betsy, I'll be in Philadelphia November 19th to the 21st, you fucks.
Yeah, and if you want a little fact about who makes the flag now, the Chinese make the flag.
The Chinese.
Just like we took the torch from you, the Chinese took the torch from Betsy Ross making the flag.
Yeah, it's fucking what it is.
And be careful down there in Philly on the 21st. They're stabbing people down there.
I know.
Not fucking around down there. Did you see that video of the cops running away from people the other night in Philly?
Yeah.
No,
30 cops were oh my God, Chris. 30 cops with shields, helmets, walking up the streets like fucking platoon. And all of a sudden, I don't know what was coming down the street. They just turned around and started running. And I'm thinking to myself, like I was out in LA during all that shit in July and people jumping up and down. Those people are half a fucking fruitcakes out there.
Yes.
Philadelphia, they've had they had a courtroom in their stadium in 82 to contain the fucking animals. Philadelphia is one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah.
Because I'm home. I went to Glassboro for a semester when I was a fuck up. I was home in Philadelphia. It became Rowan now. It's a new school named Rowan. Some guy donated a bunch of money. But once I went to Philly the first time in 78 to see the Stones, I knew I was a son of Philadelphia. They're just crazy down there.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on in the rest of the country, they're really going to fuck shit up in Philly. I was supposed to be in Philly October 24th. And they were like, nah, no tickets, nothing. And then now you see all this shit going on. And that's fucking scary down there in Philly. That's close to Camden. Them people don't play games, dog. Pennsauken, Camden. That's a different world down there.
Right. It is.
And also the big riots. There was big riots there. Next time you come on the show, we'll talk about the old Philly riots. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the old mayor, Frank Rizzo. You know Frank Rizzo? You would fucking love Frank Rizzo.
Out of Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Old mayor Frank
Okay.
Rizzo.
Yeah. Go Google Frank Rizzo crumb bum. You'll laugh your fucking balls off. He calls some reporter a fucking crumb bum. Tells him to get off his property. Oh, we're frozen. Coco's frozen now. Did we lose him? Oh, fucking Joey Coco Diaz.
So we just lost Joey Coco Diaz on the feed Zoom. The good news is one of the funniest, baddest motherfuckers on the planet, Jersey's own, wants to come back, get him in the studio. We're going to bring him down to the Ridge. Hopefully he'll come back on and on and on and on and on again.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, how great is it we finally got fucking Coco Diaz thanks to his nephew Lukash.
Yeah, because it's Luke or fucking, what's his name? Luke fucking Raviolis. Some Guido Wop kid, just Joey's nephew, talked to him about it, so we appreciate that. Joey, we love you, man. It was a great episode. I had so much fun with it. If you want to get it early, patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Tell your friends. They can see it soon. HistoryHyenas.com, of course, and ChrisDComedy.com. I got shows in Philly November 19th to the 21st. Yannis Pappas Comedy.com. He's got shows in February. We both got little girls. We both wish we had pussies.
It's what it is. Also, April 1st, we're supposed to do a History Hyenas live show.
Yes, that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if de Blasio shuts it down. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
But
also, go follow Joey Coco Diaz on Twitter, on Instagram. If you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock. One of the funniest guys.
Yeah. At Mad Flavors, yeah.
At Mad Flavors. Go follow him. And what's his podcast now, Binky? Is he still doing the Church of What's Happening? Or
he's got a new pod. Unfortunately, fucking tech.
Uncle Joey's Joint, his new podcast. Check it out.
Yeah.
And Joey, thank you so much. Sorry we got cut off.
Sorry we got cut off.
We got Metro PCS here.
Yeah, we're gonna get new Wi-Fi. We're gonna pay for it. We're gonna get it. And the guy that was supposed to install it is just having really mental health issues, and he's probably gonna kill himself in the next 2 hours. So but we're gonna get it.
Peace out.
All right, here we go. Patreon list, patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys. Doing it over Zoom because we're Franks and Beans. We forgot to throw it into the Joey Coco Diaz episode. What can you do? Here we go. Starting off. Here we go. Nick Elias, Samson Sheet, sick name. Father Bill Fumara. Like Father Bill Fumar, like Bill Maher. Father Bill Fumara. Okay.
I think at this point, the Fumars, they've been done.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Liam Gillen.
Let me just say this. That's a tough thing about comedy. That's what people don't appreciate about our job is once a joke is done, I mean, somebody gets to it, I mean, it's over. I mean, that's how it is. It's like with music, people can cover your song. They can make the song the same name. But with comedians, we're just done, and that's why we got to do cocaine and move on with our lives.
It's what it is. Liam Gillen, Anthony Pierce. Then we got How's Your Dad, Stink Star. Cody Griffin, Sherelle. Then we got Anthony, Make No Mistake, I Want to Use Physical Therapy on Chrissy's Prostate. Then we got Millie, Flicking My Edamame, Nagata.
Edamame?
Yeah.
Can you read it again with edamame?
Millie, Flicking My Edamame, Nagata.
Let's put her on the list. Hilarious.
Okay. Then we got Fuhammad Ali.
On the list, I just broke my own rule, and we're going back against what I just said. And throw them on the list.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's a good one, right?
Yeah, if you come good, you can break whatever rules. There are no rules.
It's what it is. Yusuf Ramadan.
Then we got
Yeah. Then we got Nico, My Dick Smells Like Feta Hilpostidis.
I mean, that's a Greek, deeply disturbed, inbred village Greek kid.
Then we got Martin Luther, Sean King Jr.
Drexler.
Then we got Fumar Scrotum. We got the Situation King, a.k.a. Kendrick Fumar.
Put him on the list. That's it. That's Creative Situation King. Yeah.
The Situation King.
On the list. Yes.
Then we got Suzanne Sobrino. Then we got Tommy, I got Puffy Nips, and I'm a silly goose, $3 bill, freaked out by Chrissy's smooth white ass Tylenol pill legs. Okay.
Tylenol pill legs is a good one. If you shorten that and you just went with something more Tylenol pill legs.
Yeah.
Chrissy's legs are the hue of Tylenol pills.
If you just said Chrissy Tylenol pill legs, it might have got on the list.
Yeah, you got to tighten up. It's called tighten up in the business, but we're throwing you on a Drexler for the originality.
Then we got Richie, Gots to Pick Up the Baby, Got a Low-Grade Fever, and I Don't Want to Be Here, Mitchell.
Yeah, Drexler.
Then we got Gian, Suck My Dick, Babe, Can't Get It Hard If You Don't Suck My Dick, Babe, Pietra.
That's just an old throwback to a classic. If you haven't listened to the episode with Christina Hutchinson and you're new, go listen to it. Drexler for that.
Then we got Stone Cold, Franks and Beans, starring Big Titted Yannis and Drippy Chrissy.
Drexler.
Then we got Father Bill Withers, Peen on Me. It's a nice one. Bill Withers, Lean on Me. This is Father Bill Withers, Peen on Me.
I know. I'll give you Drexler because you like it, but I'm getting tired of the Father Bills.
Then we got Tyler LaCroix. Then we got Mike. I'm paying $15,000 a month just to have her, Tim Dillon, come out as a straight Flynn. Then we got Carter. Call My Piece, Sean King, because it's dark for a white guy.
Drexler.
Then we got Eastern European Cabbage Monkey with Bizarre Fumar Sweet like Azukar Kowalowski.
Onto the list of the front runner.
Bizarre Fumar is funny, right?
Yeah, and Azúcar, it's sugar in Spanish.
Yeah. Then we got Franks and Chrissy Beefs, Christopher Scott Dupie, Roberto Adan, Rondell Hopper, Eslo Gay S.
On the list. That's a chicken finger that was there for the taking the whole time.
Yeah. Then we got Father Build the Wall. I think we've had that.
See, I just broke that just broke another rule of mine.
You like Father Build the Wall?
Father Build. I mean, you don't like that.
Yeah,
one?
you're right. I think I may have thought that we've had it already because it's so funny.
Yeah, we haven't had that already. That's on the list.
Father Build the Wall.
Yeah. I mean, I keep making rules and then they keep breaking them. I like it.
Then we got Jefferson Freeman, Jonathan Yanni, Christine Morgan, Al Khalifa, Wizme, Hayden LaBelle, Rick Polar. Then we got Johnny. I got a Sauce Monkey's first name, but make no mistake, I fit the description. Then we got Cadell Neville, Sweet Cuck, Christopher Yapello, Father Bill de Blasio, Michelle Bolivar, Matt Race, Maurice Drumney, Rob, too old for Chris D'Elia, but timid enough for Brian Callen Messina.
Really good, but we got to leave that one alone.
Then we got Barack Fumara. Then we got Cole Killiam. Then we got Tacoma Rage. And then that's it.
Okay. I think it's Father Build the Wall for me.
You think Father Build the Wall?
I'm in the movie. I think what are the other ones?
Muhammad Ali.
It's a goodie. We might have had that one already.
Muhammad Ali. Father Build the Wall is big. Father Build the Wall. Muhammad Ali. And then we also like Eastern European Cabbage Monkey with Bizarre, Fumar, Sweet Like Asukar.
Wow. Yeah. Those are the three. That's the trilogy.
Binky, who do you like?
Yeah, Binky, we got to go to you because those are three goodies.
I mean, I like the Build the Wall one.
Father Build the Wall, just the uniqueness. And I'm in the mood for chicken fingers, Bob. It's an appetizer day. He wins.
Father Build the Wall, you win. Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Thank you guys so much. HistoryHyenas.com. Also, I added some new dates. I got Philly. I added a Thursday night show, November 19th. It's almost sold out. And then we got November 28th and 29th, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Vinny Brand in Bridgeport, Connecticut. He gave me decent money, but I mean, I can't stress enough how I fucking hate when that guy's there. And if he's on the show, it's going to be a problem. So if you're listening or people know Vinny, don't come on my show. I'd rather do one-man show than have to deal with you fucking doing 2 hours of material and cooking steaks.
Yeah,
But you gave me a good door deal, so I'm coming. Bridgeport, Connecticut, Stress Factory, November 28th, 29th. Get tickets.
And I just booked this January 30th at the what's the theater called, Chrissy? You did? I'm doing the live stream special. I'm doing all my characters. We're going wild. I'm doing stand-up. I'm doing everything. January 30th, 1:30 at the Wall Street Theater in Connecticut. So there's only 100 tickets that go there, but then everyone else can stream it online. So I'll be posting the link. Follow my socials. Get your tickets for that. We're going wild. I'm bringing every character, Panos, Maurice. I'm bringing all of them. So we're going to go wild, baby. And Yannis Pappas Comedy Tampa in February, if it doesn't get canceled. Florida's not going to get canceled. So I'll be doing that, and then some more dates to come.
Florida's not going to get canceled. We still don't have a president, and at this point, I genuinely don't care. So I'm over it. I don't care. Whoever you want to win, they can win. I don't care.
I hope you enjoyed that Coco Diaz episode.
Yeah, Joey Coco Diaz, great guy. We had technical difficulties at the end. We're sorry. But thanks, guys, so much. We have upped the internet because we're fucking screwed in.
And the most exciting part is that Coco said he wants to come back on as regular because he's in New Jersey now. So stay tuned. He's coming back.
Yeah, and you shaved your face, and if you come into the studio on Monday with your face like that, I'm going to punch it.
Just punch it first. I understand that I can't have a fat face and be shaved.
Yeah, I hate it. When you have a fat face with sideburns, it pisses me off.
We'll see you later.
Later, Bubs.